Hey everyone, welcome back to another website audit. If you're new here, my name's Jess. I've been a website designer and business owner for 13 years. And every Wednesday, I go live and review someone's website. Now, they have volunteered to be reviewed. I'm not just picking random people off the internet. And today, I am looking at Randy's website. And Randy is a life coach. So, let's dive in and talk about Randy's website. Now, the first thing that I see when I pulled up this website, yes, we have a picture of you, which is always great. If you've watched some of my other videos, I almost always, think a picture of you is super important to have at the top of your website. But what I also see is a lot of text, and the biggest headline is not up here at the top, it's down here. And so we need to actually, in terms of hierarchy, we need to have a headline up here at the top. This is good for visuals. It's good for SEO. It's good for the users. They get a clear picture of who you are and what you do. From reading this, just the text I see right here, I don't know what you do. You're talking about being a mom, talking about your story, but it's not talking about how you help. And so I almost, when I first pulled this up, I was like, what does Randy do? Like, is she a blogger? Is this what this is about? Like, is she, like, I'm not clear on what this is. I actually think this information about you belongs on your about page because that's where we can connect with you. Not saying that maybe parts of this couldn't still belong on the homepage, but I'm coming to your website for the first time and you were just diving into, like, in 2019, when I have no context about what you do and why I should even care about this story first. So I really want you to come up with a strong headline. I I like this first line about motherhood, but it's not clear in terms of what you do. So I like the headline, but I don't think it needs to be the first one. I think it could be lower on the page because it does communicate how you are helping women in a roundabout way, but not a very clear, specific way. Because I'm like, are you going to help me like organize? Are you going to help me with time management? Like, are you a time management coach? Because when I'm thinking about motherhood, I'm thinking, like, I hear moms, I mean, I'm a mom, but I hear moms talking about, like, there's never enough time in the day and how do I get everything done? Is this like you're going to teach me how to do all the Pinterest mom crafts? Like, so you can see there's like a lot of different ways we can go from here. And I know that often people, when they are writing their website copy, they think, this is where I'm going to send people who are coming from Instagram, are coming from my email list. They're not thinking of the strangers who are going to land on their website and be like, what is happening? And part of that is because maybe you don't prioritize SEO. You don't think that outsiders are coming to your website, but we need to reframe that and think about, I am going to attract outsiders. I'm not limiting myself to just my Instagram followers and my email list. I'm going to have outsiders and I want them to fully understand what I do and that I am the right person for them. So that's that. I will say text in images like this, I see people do this often. It's not great for SEO. It's not great for accessibility because screen readers, people who use assistive devices that scan through the website and read the website to them, cannot read the text in the image. And often, not all the time, but most of the time on mobile, that text is in tiny, tiny, and you can't read it. Like, it looks huge here, but on mobile, it may not look as large. Um, so I would say that we need to turn this into actual text. And I'm not sure what website builder you are using. Let me see if I can look this real quick. Oh, so you're using MailerLite's website. So they might not have that option, and honestly, I would say move to a different platform. Like, don't limit yourself, move to Squarespace or WordPress, so that you have full capabilities to edit and build your website in the best way possible for your business and not, "Oh, I have an all-in-one solution, I don't have to pay for another platform," because this could be holding yourself back. So that would be, even if you don't wanna switch platforms, we need to change this so it's not, text saved as an image. I'm gonna hop over to the Work With Me page. So we have another text in image. So again, like, we should change this. And I do see down here that you are able to add a background with text on, like, actual text on top of it. So I would just change that. Um, you could do that on the front, on the homepage. I know you probably are like, I really want to call this out, and like, I like the script font. Having it be accessible and readable is more important than having this really large font. And plus, again, like, the sizing, this size of a header needs to be at the top, not in the middle of the page. Um, so back to Work With Me. Um, I've gone through the homepage and now I'm at the top of the or services page, and I still don't know what you do. So this is like part of why we need to be more clear, because a 6-month journey to create the life you want to live. I'm like, is this personal training? Is this time management? Like, what are we talking about over here? So more clear in our messaging and in our headlines. Um, so then as we move down, then we can see, oh, it's life coaching before and after. Again, the graphic needs to be built in the website, not in a graphic and that's uploaded to the site. Because this might be, as much text as this is, one, that's a lot of SEO opportunity. And two, I feel like this would probably be really small and mobile. So I want to encourage you to make this in the website. And then down here, the how it works, this gets totally missed. This needs to be called out in a box of color. I could almost scroll past this. Um, so I would do that. Then down here, I see that you're a Haze professional. So that I am a little confused about. um, because I'm like, is this, I'm like processing in the moment because I didn't see this earlier. Um, I would say, like, this doesn't necessarily need to be here because you're not, from what I understand, you're not incorporating nutrition or haze or anything in this. This is just life coaching up here. Now, if you have another nutrition related offer, then absolutely include it in that. Or if you are including nutrition in some way, then we need to be more clear about that. Now, having worked with a lot of dietitians and Haze professionals, I know that this can kind of seep into other areas of your life. So I can totally understand, like, if you're like, no, it is part of it. I just don't want people to feel like this is just nutrition coaching. That just comes with clarity from your messaging. Um, but otherwise, I would say, like, we don't even need to mention this. And maybe you are changing niches. Um, like, I don't know if, like, you're like, well, everyone knows me on Instagram for nutrition, but this is my new thing. I'm not, obviously, I don't have the full picture. I'm just going off of what I see on the website. But to read all of this and then come down here and you're like, there's no weight loss of any kind. And I'm like, wait, I never even saw anything about weight loss. So I would either remove this or clarify your offer if there's nutrition as part of it. Um, Again, this isn't as important, because obviously, like, you can't build these little icons, but I, rather than like all one, I usually like to upload them individually. I would at least remove the pink background and just have them on a white background. Um, I would do that, and that way this can be pink and stand out more. I would also make sure to have a button. And I would actually add more buttons because there's no, I mean, yes, there's a console right here, but having that right here, we don't even know what the offer is yet. So booking a consult feels a little too step ahead right now. So adding more buttons and not just oh, click the link here. That needs to be a button down there. Again, if you're like, oh, well, my platform doesn't allow me to do that, probably time to move platforms that give you full capability to do what you need to do. Because the how it works and the link are going to get totally overlooked. So that's something I work on there. Let's look at the free resources. Undiet your closet. So we have a few different things here. Again, I would, with the text and the images, um, sometimes with cover images like for podcast art and opt-ins, as long as you also have like the text somewhere else, like you can have the branding look like your cover image, like that's fine. But I would like basically copy like the thick thighs and confident vibes. I would put that down here again, just like a small header with the name and say like my podcast or whatever. Um, so I think that's good. Let's go. So the about page, I just realized, is your homepage. So that's why it feels like an about page. So we need to have an actual homepage that gives an opening and an overview of your business, not just coming into your about page. I actually get this question quite often from clients or potential clients, or even just people on Instagram. They're like, "Can I just have my about page be my homepage? Because I don't want to have to do both." No, you cannot. Because I mean, think of it like it's kind of almost like dating. I mean, I haven't dated in a while because I'm married, but when you meet somebody, you start like a little overview, like, oh, hey, I'm Randy, I'm Mark. And you have a little introduction and you slowly get to know each other. You aren't just like, "Hey, I'm Randy. Here's like da 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 da." So we have to like have that intro so that people know who we are and then kind of like, "Am I in the right place? Is this what I'm looking for? Great. Yes, let me know. Like I want to know who Randy is. Do I think she's the right fit for me?" And that kind of thing. So now that I've noticed that this your about page actually is your homepage, that makes a little more sense. I still stand, even if it's an about page, you still need a header up here, some like a little bit of a context. You know how we teach our kids like we need to ask, we need to say please, we need to say hi, my name is. We need to have a header to start the page, and we don't just like start in the middle of a story. So that's that. Testimonials. Um, Love this. Love that you have a few pictures. Sometimes that is difficult. People don't want to share their pictures. This is a great idea for the image. To have just kind of a illustration. We don't even know if Lydia has this color of hair. It doesn't matter. It's another visual. And so anybody watching, if you also are like, I can't get client pictures, just do an illustration, some kind of icon. That's totally fine. We do need, it's not great again that these are saved as images with the text in the image. This probably is hard to read on mobile devices. So we want to pay attention to that. So I would, again, maybe that's just rebuilding it. Maybe it means you have to move platforms. I'm not sure. Contact, I would, so this is my little spiel on contact pages. If you find that you are getting a lot of client inquiries through your contact page, I highly recommend making it a little bit more in depth, asking some questions like, what are you struggling with? What are you looking to work on? So you have some more information, get a little more context so that when you get that email notification, you're like, okay, so this is Jess. Let me see what she's talking about, what she needs help with. Then you don't have as much back and forth, and you can really tailor your email response to them to be like, "Hey, Jess, I saw that you are struggling with X, Y, and Z, and you really want to work on A, B, and C. So I actually think this would be a good fit for you because," and you can speak directly to those pain points. And then let's go to lastly the summer camp. Um, so this is happening this weekend. Very fun. So it's the let's get I mean, this is a little late because this is happening, so you're probably not gonna make any of these changes. Um, but I would have been a little bit more specific, like, is this literally just moms a get together and just that's it? Is there like like a specific reason we're doing this other than just for fun? So oh, camp counselors, that's really fun. Yeah, so I do think, yeah, there could have been, like, more color blocks to break up information, but I like that you really called out, like, this look with the buttons and there's, like, here's how to pay, here's what's included. This is kind of the formatting I want to see on your services page. Um, I like the icons. I think you could use more of these types of icons over on the other pages for some more visual interest. Um I don't wanna spend too much on time on this because it's happening soon. So, but overall, those are some of the things I would work on. I don't know if MailerLite actually has any SEO options. You can still optimize to an extent, um, because you can still use keywords on the page and in the headers and stuff, but not sure if they give you the ability to add SEO page titles and meta descriptions. I would hope so. But, that's something you could work on because right now I can see that it's just Randy Cox coaching and doesn't have anything with, like, life coach or, any context, any really good keywords in there. It's only gonna show up if someone literally just Googles you. So, that would be another reason to consider moving to another website platform, because then you have more capability for SEO and being able to attract people outside of Instagram or your email list or whatever platforms you are using in your business. So, um, but that's all I have for Randy and this website audit. If you are watching and would like your own website audit, you can always leave your website down in the comments below. If you have questions about anything, let me know. And if you are looking for website help, branding help, my link is also in the description of this video. So thank you for watching, and I will see y'all next week.